welcome to our YouTube channel. And I have Jen, who many of you know from our live sales.
Hello.
At Wild Wolf Farm. And I'm going to be teaching her how to bat on the drum carder. So this is a totally inexperienced person who hasn't ever tried this before. So on the end of this drum carder, on the side of it, Jen, there's a switch here that's forward and and down is reverse. Okay. The next one is on and off. The third knob over here, which they can't see right now, but the third knob is speed. Some drum carders are like this and they have multiple speeds. Some only have one. Some are hand crank. Okay. We'll have to show you all those others later.
Okay. Okay.
Build you up some muscle.
I'm a little nervous.
It's okay.
But I'm ready.
Fine.
Okay.
So this is she's picked out a bunch of roving to work with. And so what you're going to want to do is kind of tease it open, and if you take your finger and kind of poke it in the fiber, you can get it to pull apart a little bit easier. Okay. So then you just want to fluff it and feed it in. Okay. And you can start at a slower speed, and as you get comfortable, you know, you can always move the speed up if you want. So you can feed it through the bottom one here, okay, or you can paint it on the top. Okay. I like painting on the top because I feel like visually I have more control over where my fibers are going. Okay. And so what you want to do is just gently let the fiber touch the teeth on the drum, and it will pick them up.
Okay. I
kind of got it?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. I'm just fluffing up some fiber.
Okay, so you just want to not put them too close to the bottom because it'll suck them in. As soon as you turn it on, you'll be like, hey, why do I got a big blob on the other side?
Oh, okay. How about I put them over here?
Okay. So go ahead and start feeding some in. And there's no wrong way to layer your colors. Okay. You know, it's just what appeals to you. It'd be like if you're painting something or, you know, you may want your room to have stripes or diamonds or whatever. And it's what's visually appealing to you. Okay. So as you go along, you might go, you know, it really needs something else. Okay. Okay, so you remember how to turn it on?
Right here.
Uh-huh.
And you said just to paint it?
Right. Just take one little piece at a time.
Oh. Okay.
It's okay. It's learning. Whew. And then the other thing is you don't want to go too close to this edge. You want to give about a finger's width at least away, because the fiber will tend to float down and get in your gears. Oh. And it's a real pain to clean it out. Okay. Like some of this stuff, you have to literally take the whole machine apart to clean it out.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. There's like little gaps.
It'll slowly fill in.
Okay. Oh. Look, it stole my piece.
Yeah, because you were holding it over there near it, huh?
Uh-huh.
Jen's very entertained by this.
I'm concerned for my fingers.
Well, the thing is look, you can take, see, I put my hand on this. Oh, okay. And they're not horribly sharp. Okay. But it's, if you tried to reach and grab something out of this bottom one, it could suck your fingers in a little. Or if you try and grab some in between the two drums. Okay. You know, that's a safety hazard.
So I'm putting like gray stripes in here on the pink.
So, and if it feels like it's pulling too much, back off and open your fiber up a little bit more. So the more open and the more area it is, the easier it goes through.
Okay. Oh, I see.
I mean, it's not like you just kind of throw it at it and hope it catches it, but sometimes I think it does.
I'm going to put some more pink in here, I guess. I don't know. I'm just placing stuff.
Well, you know, that's kind of what I do when I'm making the bat, is I just kind of like, you know, fly by the seat of my pants, just kind of whatever happens, you know. And like I said, you know, you may get going along on this and go, hey, you know, it needs a different color happening in here. So it's a really cool way to use up a lot of scrap fiber, you know.
Is that what we're using?
Yeah. There's I have a bag of different little bits and pieces that I've been using for these videos because, you know, invariably most people will end up with some fiber here and there.
I just lost a piece, I think. Yep. So if I'm trying to make, like, let's say like a 4-ounce bat, how would I know if it's 4 ounces?
Well, in that case, what I would highly recommend is you take your scale and get yourself a little bag and weigh out all the fibers you want to put in first.
Beforehand?
And I tend to make it a little heavy, 4 ounces, because what happens is you may lose some on this, or you may mess a piece up and have to take it off, and then it's just too messed up to reuse. So it's better to be safe than sorry, and to make sure that you end up with your 4 ounces.
And I didn't weigh it or anything. I'm just
winging it.
I'm just,
That's good.
That's how I live life. It's just winging it.
It's always good. It leaves some excitement happening in there.
Right. I really like the grays and the pinks, though.
Yeah.
Together.
It's like a dusty pink.
Yeah. It does need, I don't know, maybe something a little darker. I did put another shade of gray in there.
So once you're done with that piece, I want to show you something with this. We don't cram it down on there, and you have to have this facing you.
Okay.
So you hold it this way, and you just kind of lightly hold it on and kind of angle and feel it.
Okay.
And you run it across, and what it does is it packs your fibers down a little bit into the tee.
Oh, like where it's kind of lumpy, like right here?
Right.
Should I feel resistant?
Well, not that hard. Also, if you rest it up on this thing, I find that I have more control over it.
Okay.
You just want to kind of gently. Well, you picked up this blue one too.
Oh, I did. That's probably why, because I was thinking.
I had black too, if you wanted black.
Let me just tear off some little
pieces to add in.
There's a little Stelina for Angelina.
Got carried away with itself. Oh. You're trying to cram it back in. No, all goes that way. But I want it in that spot. So this is what you would call hand painting, or painting your drum with your fiber.
Okay.
And when you feed it through the bottom one, it does tend to spread it out a little bit more, I find.
Well, let me
and
try
it kind of goes there where you want it, but it's just different.
So like right here. Maybe right there. Yeah, I feel like I have more control
up over the top.
Hand painting, if you will. A little bit right, because I'm watching it go around and I'm thinking, oh, well, maybe I need a little bit more right there or right there.
Right. But you notice now that you've added that little bit of a darker blue in there, that it gave it a little bit more depth?
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like Picasso with, when and Mona Lisa painting and stuff like that. They don't just have one palette of colors like
Right.
like pales or darks or whatever. They have light and dark. Wow. What you got happening there?
I don't know.
That one was definitely light and airy.
Losing control over here.
I'm just helping you open up a few.
That just like stole it out of my hand.
So, and then, any of your add-ins that you may want to put in there, whether it be bamboo or silk or sari silk or anything like that, you don't have to wait to just put it on the top.
Okay.
You can incorporate it inside too.
Oh, okay.
So as someone's spinning it or you're spinning it, you get little bits of that variation and color all throughout.
Okay. Like if I took a little bit of this little sparkly bit.
Right.
And just maybe took a little and
it's easier for me to show, but let me show you with the pink. If you take that or any other fiber too, and you hold it on your fingers, and you put your hand like this.
Okay.
Look how it spreads it out.
Oh, okay.
It fans it across it makes like a wispy effect with it.
Oh, okay. So if I took like a totally different color,
Right.
like a black or
you
something.
want to try maybe a little bit of bamboo or silk or
What
something?
about that bright pink one?
The pink one?
Yeah.
Okay, now this is really slippery,
Okay.
slick, so the machine's going to have it right out of your hand, just so you know, okay?
Okay.
Just so you're prepped in advance. But yeah, you could just take little bits of this and then you spread it out.
Okay.
Take like a section.
This one?
Yeah, since you're learning. And then if you put your finger under, one finger under and one over.
Okay.
So it keeps it from, I found it's an easy way to not have a big chunk of a color going glop on there.
Right.
Like you took and spilt paint on it or something. Sometimes that effect is cool looking, depending on what you're making. But sometimes just that subtle, like spray, like a mist across it. What do you think of how that's doing it?
Good. I like it. There's a couple spots where I think I put it down too far and it took it. It's kind of nabbed it from me.
Yeah, it's pink bamboo. So your bamboo is really shiny and slippery. Silky feeling. Even though it's not silk. So it'll kind of get away from you quicker than you expect.
I think this looks pretty good though.
Wrong way.
Wrong way. There.
So I would guesstimate you probably have 1 to 2 ounces on there right now.
Okay. Just by looking at it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually how full it is.
Okay. So should I add more?
You can.
Okay.
So you can go ahead with more layers of your colors that we're using.
Okay.
And then like what the sparkle here, the merino with the stellina in it, and that bamboo that you had, your toppings is what we'll call them.
Okay.
You can add those on again.
Did you see that? It just took that little piece.
You know, I'll have to put it on restriction later for snatching things out of your hand. That's just not acceptable.
I like how blended it looks.
Yeah. Have you noticed that as we're going along and you're adding more and more, even though majority of it is the same colors, that it seems to be slightly changing
Yeah.
in the way it looks? But like, you know, I try and tell everybody there is no wrong way of adding colors on there, you know?
I do feel like I'm more controlled this way though.
Yeah. So this is a color you picked out. It's a different shade. Can you feel how when you go like this, squish it back, put it under the camera so you can see. If you squish back and forth, it almost has a squeaky feel to it. That's nylon.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of times your plant fibers, your nylons, now remember, get your finger under it.
Oh.
You know, fan it out a little more if you're not wanting the chunks. If you're wanting the chunks as a statement, that's...
Hold it like this. But if I want it more subtle... Whoop.
Sorry, I saved that one. He was leaving.
Yeah, I see that. It keeps getting away from me.
Yeah, so that'll put nice splashes, chunks of color
This
in
way?
spot. And the other way puts that like misty, like a fine mist over it. Man, it's getting prettier with each one.
I know. Whoop.
So if you decide that that was too much and you didn't want it, what you would do is when it comes around here,
This piece right
you
here.
can carefully pull a little bit of it out
Okay.
so you don't have as big a chunk. And then you can just hold your little brush on the top of that, just to kind of pack that on there, and then you can re-add that.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, just in case, you know, you've added too much, then you just watch for when it's coming around again and go, yep, there's that lump, it's got to come out.
Okay.
Because sometimes, you know, you get distracted, somebody calls you, somebody walks in the house. Kids, you know. Husband comes home with flowers for you, you know, and you don't pay attention to what you're doing. Then you could let like big chunks go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, more base color. Whoops. Like that.
Lots of whoops.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing here, people.
It's all right. You're doing a fine job. This is how everybody learns, is by doing, you know?
Yeah.
You watch and you do. And, you know, after a while, your hand-eye coordination, and you don't have to think about the process as much. It just becomes comfortable. It's like, you know, getting yourself a drink of water from the kitchen sink, you know.
Right.
You know the glasses are there and the sink is there, and you fill up your glass and drink it.
I just have to remember this back one is here. It keeps trying to take my wool.
Wait till I bring the triple one down.
Oh gosh.
You'll be like, 3 drums. Yeah, there was a few times that once I got the motorized one, it would grab, and I wasn't used to it, and it'd jerk it down. Well, I wasn't willing to let it go, and I literally got my hand down below. I'd done that a few times, and it's like, I'm just so determined not to let go of it, you know? So it's kind of like I had to train myself. If it's getting away, let go, turn it off, find the spot, carefully take it out, you know. You don't want to use your hand as a stopper to stop the machine.
Yeah.
Not a good idea.
Put too much in there and it just takes it.
You know what? When you're doing that, whoop! It reminds me of that song. What's that song that guy sings? Wondergun? What is it? Oh,
I do what you're talking
came
about.
out. I wish I could remember the name and all the words.
Okay.
But it was really funny. Anyway, so that's what he keeps singing. I wonder.
Oh, she left. She left me. I'm all alone. I've been left unsupervised. I'm just gonna keep going. She
Got
left
it.
me. Oh, she's
Gundam
back.
style.
Whoa. Oh!
Whoa,
my
whoa,
God!
that's what it's reminding me of.
Oh my goodness!
Just because of the way you say it, it's
I
like
know.
whoop, and I'm like Gundam style.
Oh my gosh! I had no idea where she was going with that. I tried to help.
I went there and I went all over it.
Yeah, I had no idea. No idea whatsoever.
But it's funny how something like that'll make a song stick in your head that you've heard. It's because it's a special machine.
Oh.
Okay.
It's chirping at me.
Uh-huh. It's had a lot of adjustments in its life. It's had a lot of new parts.
Mm-hmm.
And some old parts that would like to be replaced. But as long as it's still working,
Okay.
why spend another $400 or more?
So I got a big chunk right here. You see it? Big chunk. Oh, where'd it go? I think I just fixed
You
it.
combed it down.
Yeah, I think I just fixed it. Look at me go!
Figured it all out.
Well, I think I just need a little tiny bit more
Sparkle?
sparkle.
That's so pretty, that gold with it.
Mm-hmm. Just a little bit. Just a little.
Goes a long way.
Oh, for sure. Alright, now what do I do?
Okay, so now, put your brush out of the way.
Okay.
So you're going to watch for this metal thing. We can turn it slower.
Okay.
This metal thing, when
Okay.
it comes up to the top,
Turn it off.
turn it off.
That little
Stop,
thing?
stop.
Oh.
Never mind, wait till it comes around again.
Okay.
Stop. Okay. Then we move this back. And here's the tool.
Okay.
You want to run it on your metal, not on your cloth, because it'll
Okay.
tear your cloth up. Take a small amount at a time and pull it back.
Back this way?
Yeah. Because you want your longer way going the direction that we're going to pull the bat off.
So I'm making like a part, essentially.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I baby this drum carder a lot because I got it used and
yeah,
it was pretty abused, so I just keep fixing and repairing and
oh,
so I'm going to get in and look and be nosy.
okay.
Okay, so you want to just carefully get those up.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Okay, so then you don't need this anymore, and since it's a dangerous weapon, I tend to put it upside down.
Okay.
So it's easiest if you pull and roll. Now see how that's sticking?
Mm-hmm.
Someday I'll get what's called, they're actual porcupine quills. And they're little and they'll stick in there and pull those fibers out.
Okay.
But I'm kind of anal about leaving any fiber on my,
Yeah.
I'm OCD about it. There's a better word.
Okay.
So anyway, so you just get those up and running.
Okay.
And then turn your knob to down so that it goes in reverse. And this should be on slow. Get ready to turn it off when it comes up a little more. There you go. So you can take and roll it off on itself, so it's like a big, like, you know, the Rolex.
Yeah.
You just peeling it off.
How much do you think this weighs?
I would think 2 to 3 ounces.
Okay.
And then this was your top, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then I fold one side in and I fold the other and then I roll it. There you go. Isn't that pretty?
I did it!
I've got the scale on, so let's see what we've got.
Did I just make a mini bat?
I think so. Wow, almost 4 ounces.
Dang! 3.7
Nice.
ounces.
Nice.
Not bad, not bad.
Not bad at all for your first time. I think you did a really good job blending. And I hope everyone who is watching this has maybe picked up a few little tips if you're a beginner like Jen. And, you know, don't be intimidated by it. Just be careful with your machine. Go slow at it. There's no wrong in combination and what you're doing. So thank you all. Please make sure that you like and subscribe to our channel. And we will be doing more learning videos.
Bye everyone, thank you.